This is a spoon, and this is fork food. I have a fork, but it does not go with the bowl. It is a disposable fork that does not go with anything. I used it, I rinsed it off so that I could use it again for the Thai restaurant on Fremont Street in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I don't have a plate for anything that I could use the fork for, like such as this. So I have this spoon. Well, I have something to say about myself deceased. I am back to the accented English from no particular foreign land. I just don't speak proper English because right now I don't, because I'm homeless in the threatening that I know you. It's true that I don't know you. I don't have a way to tell you that I find your shunning expenses to be as high as if you give me the money yourself, and you would rather shun yourself. I know who is shunning oneself is Joel and Myroff and Mitch Moser. They are shunning themselves. Donna Monster, she is shunning herself. Hans Moser is reported that he died from somebody, but I think he's shunning himself and he may not come back, is all that means. That means he had so much shunning that somebody thought he died, and that's true. He is just continuing to shun elsewhere and will not return to where he had been reporting address of himself shunning. And if you are shunning, you are due in a prison. You must be in a prison in advance of shunning so that you can shun in a prison where they will decease the address around your shunning if it is really true that you will shun. Otherwise, you are shunning that you don't know why you're shunning, or if you know something, that is you being malicious, that God has told you something, but you are not creating the shunning of yourself. You cannot testify that you're shunning because you are not creating the shunning of yourself with yourself. If you say, I am shunning, you are not shunning right there while you're saying it. That's what's wrong with shunning. That's why in English there are words that describe shunning, like convention, pollution, conversation, tension, attention. Those are all ending in S-I-O-N, ending in T-I-O-N, ending in the sound of shunt. So, what I want to say about myself is, I don't actually want to eat this because it is not complete with that. I might have bought this myself and I would have had to look for something to make it cheesy, like some shredded cheese. But I can't say, I would like some Knorr pasta sides with some shredded cheese, and then I want to boil the water, and I want to add the Knorr pasta sides sachet open and empty it into the boiling water, and then I want to add shredded cheese myself. That's true that I can't have somebody else do the shopping for me because I used to do it for myself, but I got my everything stolen from myself because you also asked me what is in it for you, and you're not supposed to ask me that. I am financially independent is an order. You're not supposed to ask me now, okay, now I want to have everything you have for yourself. It's not alive that way. I have Charles Toe in deceasement in the threatening that he is purely not myself is what went so far in the wrong for him that he never really let go of my property in dispute. Well, I don't know where he is now. I am not reporting that he died. I am not creating the death of anyone right now. So I've been watching buldak noodles, ramen noodles being prepared on the internet. There is somebody who has been eating them in 2 countries. He was eating buldak ramen noodles. Oh, wait, let me back that up. He's not eating in 2 countries. He's making beverages in 2 countries. He's making beverages possibly in Thailand and then possibly moved to Korea. and was continuing to go to convenience stores in Korea to like use ice, plastic cup in a convenience store, and then he would buy a sachet of a drink that's on the shelf, a regular shelf, and then add it over to a cup that comes ready made with ice. So that's different. So I want to say that when I was watching the videos where it was looking like Thailand. I'm just saying that's what the video looks like to me, and only God knows it's true. In Thailand, he was filling the cup with ice from an ice machine, and in Korea, he was uh, removing a ready-made ice like cup in the freezer that had ice in it that's ready to use. All you do is peel off the top plastic, and you can add in some beverage, whatever you want that would fit in the cup. Um, so he was using like sachet of some kind of drink on the shelf, and what made it cold was the ice in the cup that was in the freezer section, or it was like a cooler, like you move the top of it to the side, something like that. Um, and what is interesting about the sachet of that drink is I think one he had was like a kiwi aid or something, might be like lemonade or limeade with kiwi in it, something like that, just for example. And that was interesting. He didn't have to put that together, it came that way. But the ice was different. I want to say there should have ready ice in America because the ice machine in America usually has frozen ice that is solid underneath the ice machine that looks like it's impossibly there from a previous customer that was just leaving. And I came to use the ice machine after that and found a great leftover ice from somebody else in the tray where it would melt and then it would drain. Um, I don't want the ice cup problem in America because the ice cups need to be replaced, and that is the same thing as the ice machine needing to make new ice. So it's better to have new ice, but it does sit in the machine as much as it sits in the cup, and the cup is ready for you to use it. Okay, I am talked over that this is steaming. It is lightly steaming, but I don't know if it's still hot for me to eat it. What I was getting at is the buldak noodles that the convenience store was showing somebody, customer, bought buldak noodles, ramen, and bought also string cheese or shredded cheese in a very small amount, added to the buldak noodles once they were already cooked, and then needed to be heated in a microwave to melt the cheese. Again, the noodles don't need the microwave, so I don't want it exactly as I saw it on the internet. And I don't have the cheese here for this problem, which is Knorr, Knorr. I want Knorr, I don't want Buldak. And the Buldak ramen noodles don't come in Knorr. Knorr doesn't have that kind of ramen that I can have. I can prepare it for myself and eat it. So I don't have this cheese problem solved, and I'm going to eat this anyway reluctantly because I just said I don't want it. But I have to say thank you to someone who gave it to me when I didn't have anything to eat at all without somebody buying food for me and bringing it to the apartment, and I make it myself. But I talk like this, trying to cook for myself with somebody else shopping, when I elsewhere was very capable to do the shopping for myself. And if you are timing me out that I was young elsewhere, I wasn't so young that you could rape me for the first time. That is due elsewhere when I was 3 years old, and that's in order that I not be raped when I'm 3 years old. I can't help you that you ruined my life because you are just really, I guess I find over the years I've been watching that you really don't like yourself. You say it this way: I don't have a problem, but the problem is identified as a problem. And then you are dismissing what is the problem to yourself, and then it has moved to become something else problematic to other that was not really meant to be involved. That means you are trying to involve somebody else by dismissing a problem that is yourself, creating that for yourself. And I have been living this way for 23 years, just watching Charles Toe and the surrounding people trying to dismiss that they have a problem that God gave them for themselves by deceasing themselves in the threatening and saying, I don't have a problem. I am deceased in the threatening, and that is because God loves me the way I am. And that is not deceased and threatening to say that with yourself to yourself. You are lying to yourself about what you did with yourself against the God who is creating yourself was elsewhere's, and that is you doing that. It's not true that you were not alive for a problem you didn't want for yourself, and you never acknowledged it to anyone that that problem was made by you, for yourself. I don't want to eat this for much longer because of the threatening you made to me, which is you are deceased in the threatening. God loves you the way you are. I am the one with some problem that we are not acknowledging where it came from. And whomsoever